this sculpture has to somehow symbolize the past, talk about the past, but also motivate the country for a good future. So this abstraction is happening in our heads at first. And this is what we created. And this is the winning entry of Notions of India. You see how impossible it looks. Is this possible? Is the kind of element that we wanted to bring in the sculpture? I would like to point out, just like a speaker just said, talked a little bit about the Eiffel Tower, right? So about 150 years ago or so, people were scared to use steel, right? They didn't see that as a construction material. It's a metal. They didn't see that as a construction material. I wouldn't want to build my house with steel. So why was the Eiffel Tower built? It was built just so to prove the point that this is strong, this is stubborn, this is durable. So to get that psychological thought across, how do you use design as a tool to portray the strength and durability of a material? So we pushed YST 355 steel sections to its maximum. We bent it in 3 dimensions. We staggered the supports, and we created this impossible-looking sculpture. And this is a small process through which I will explain you how we navigated through the design. So we wanted it to be very experiential. So in generally, any installation, you would experience it from the periphery, right? So we thought maybe this sculpture should be something that you walk through and you experience, as you go into the sculpture, all the lights and shadow, it plays around you, and as you go through the core, it's a space of contemplation for you, which is a standing out element for the sculpture, and how it looks impossible because, so these main ridge lines, it needs to be connected, of course. It needs to be connected through the radial supports. So we broke down the radial supports and we staggered them. So you don't kind of see, like at a distance, it looks as if it's floating. That's the type of design we wanted to project. Namdev.
So yeah, the form articulation basically starts with the pattern that you see on the structure. So the 2 structures that you see here are basically freestanding cantilevered structures that like serially support each other at a midpoint. So we basically wanted to create this central core that acts as a plaza and enhances a spirit of placemaking around the structure. Yeah, we also wanted the pattern which mimics the ridges and valleys on your fingerprint in such a form that also interacts with the sunlight and elements around it. Yeah. So structurally, we made it a standpoint that it basically functions properly in terms of a freestanding structure, and we also made sure that it is divided into tiny modules that can be built and transported to the site with ease. So we proposed sleeves that can connect these modules, and these modules can be bolted with ease.
1 minute more, please.
So Billion Impressions perfectly captures everybody's identity. At least that's what we hope. I hope and we hope that you're able to look at this sculpture and you're able to see that this sculpture is also about me, because a symbol of India cannot be about one religion or one culture or one race. It should be about all of us. It should be about all of our identities. And that's why we created Billion Impressions. We're very excited to see how the sculpture comes alive. Thank you so much.